or external factors, again, the macro situations that we find ourselves in with regard to our athletic department. So if you look at the chart here, we've got Oklahoma State, that's us in the middle, and then
there's been a big game changer for us. This year was the first year that we used all mobile tickets for your ticket to the game and parking pass. So that's been a big technology piece that we've really jumped 2 feet in this year. Another one that we did a couple years ago, Clay, was that big old video board in Boone Pickett Stadium.
And if your competitors have one and the pro teams have one and there's bells and whistles and fans go to those games and say, why don't we have that at our games? Well, they cost millions of dollars, right?
Yeah.
And improve your facilities, things like that, but also meet your consumer needs and make them happy.
And what's the most important thing? What do we want to achieve out of the customer orientation model?
No, satisfaction.
Fan satisfaction.
Customer
because
satisfaction.
What's that represent?
There's the obvious literal one, which is other Big 12 schools, right? So on the field for recruits to try to make it to the big bowl games, to get more revenue, to be the primetime TV spot, those kind of things. So that's just a kind of a literal competitor.
And you might.
So we can put them in kind of columns and break them down and see where our fan base is coming from.
If you look up at the video board, the screen behind me, you'll see 3 very distinct demographics here, and we're talking about the age demographic. You'll see an older gentleman there. Could be my grandpa, could be Clay's grandpa, could be your grandpa.
Might be me in a few years.
Might be you in a few years. Is going to be just that family aspect. And that one's very important as well. If you really look at a ladder of how you get people invested, right? Not just with your fanhood, but also with your pocketbook as well, right?
Yeah. The next thing we're talking about is creditors. So this is a little different with athletics. But as students, you have a stake. If the football team and the athletic department is doing well, it's highly visible, it's making headlines, it's in the news. They're seeing it, unfortunately, with the lack of game day atmosphere, the lack of tailgating, the lack of events in general due to the pandemic.